and that my conscience was formed as a result of my life experiences, primarily through faith and through the moral values I was taught from the teachings within the Bible and the church. And so, yes, I bring that to the table. That's who I am. That's, when I look at things and I say right and wrong, I mean, that's where, they're right out of where what the Bible teaches are right and wrong. But I have an obligation not just to look at things that way, but also to bring reason. I always say that if your faith is true and your reason is right, you'll end up at the same place. Why? Because, God created us, created the universe, created reason. And of course, why would God create something where reason would bring you one place and your faith would bring you another if your faith is true, right? I also believe as a public official, you have an obligation to speak to people of faith and no faith. You have an obligation to present a reason why you want to advance a certain public policy. Not just because, I believe it's true because my faith teaches it. That's fine. But from the standpoint of a public policy, it's insufficient. Because you need to appeal to people who may not share your faith. And so that's why I look at the Affordable Care Act and say, both from the standpoint of faith, do I believe that people should have the opportunity to purchase health care? Yes. Do I believe it is the right that the government should impose and control? No. So there's one thing to say that people should have the opportunity to have access to care. It's another to say that the government is the one that should be the implementer of that. And reason tells me that government is the least effective tool to make that the best possible care. And we see this with in the case 3 years ago when the Catholic Bishops' Conference came out and supported Obamacare. I was highly critical of them for doing so. And I said, careful what you wish for. And they are now all understanding that admonition as to careful who you lie in bed next to when it comes to